This is Hugo. Hugo lives in a city that is big and busy and loud. Hugo is small, but like the city, he is also busy and loud. He likes to climb and run and jump and shout. He doesn't ever really stop moving about. But one day on the playground, his mother called out, "Hugo, do you always have to run around and shout?" She said, "Why don't you do something different?" But Hugo laughed and said, "Why would I want to do that?" And his mama said, "Well, have you ever really tried to be quieter than a whisper, or as still as a cat? Wonderful things might happen. Why don't you think about that?" Hugo stopped. It was getting quite hot, and he did like the sound of something wonderful. So he took off his sweater and stood in a quiet corner of the playground. But being quiet and still isn't easy when you are 4 and full of beans, and Hugo was about to give up and scream when suddenly a beautiful butterfly flew down and landed on Hugo's orange sweater. The butterfly flapped its wings, and Hugo was afraid that it would fly away just like that. So he held his breath and concentrated on being as quiet as a whisper and as still as a cat. The butterfly stopped moving and became as peaceful as a feather. Hugo looked at its beautiful wings, its shiny body, and its long, graceful antennae. The butterfly wanted nothing. It made no demands. The butterfly was happy, sitting quietly in Hugo's hands. And Hugo realized that he was very happy too. He hadn't known that being quiet and still could be so much fun. Did you? But it also made him a little sad that this moment would not last. Hugo knew he couldn't stay this still forever, and his time with the butterfly would pass. As the butterfly fluttered its wings to say goodbye, Hugo looked down at his friend one last time and smiled. Hugo smiled because he had learned how important it is to try something new, like standing very quietly for just a moment, because wonderful things can happen when you do.